We are live.
Okay, so hi and welcome to today's video where my name is Roger, and Tagg, my co-host over here on the other screen, we work on finding affordable housing for everyday people. That's the name of our channel, and that's what we got started with and what we're trying to adhere to. We've actually had some houses that were a bit pricier recently, just I think because of where they were at, a more expensive area, but they were interesting to me, and so I convinced Tagg to go along with it because she puts up a lot of crap for me. Anyway, with that being said, this house right now is in Eustis, Florida. The address, if you want to follow along, is 1605 Rose Lane in Eustis, Florida. This house is for sale for just under $75,000. It's 74.9. It's a 2-bedroom, 1-bath with 720 square feet. It's on a 3,960 square foot lot. Not exactly a very big yard. We're looking at it on the realtor.com website, where they show 14 photos of the house. Tagg, before we jump off into this, I'm trying to scroll your screen. Actually want to point out that there's some technical kind of difficulties with this, in that when we get inside, it's going to need a total rehab. You know, the flooring's rotted out in a lot of places. Almost every wall is going to need to be repaired, replaced to some degree. Same with the ceiling. But the thing that I think it made it slightly compelling to at least look at is that it is a pier and beam, or it has a crawl space. Actually, I'm used to calling homes that have a crawl space pier and beam, but I can see from looking at the outside here, it looks like concrete block style foundation, just without a slab. Anyway, so moving things around and changing things up would go easier because of that. And also that the house next door is also listed by the owner. And so there's the possibility that you could buy 2 houses, perhaps get a reduced price on buying them together. And, you know, the other one doesn't need a full renovation the way this does. So that's why I'm bringing you guys here today. It's a bit rougher than we usually try to look for, because we don't want people to not have a chance to live in the home that they're buying while they fix it up to whatever their standards turn out to be. Anyway, I think I've talked about it long enough. I'm going to be quiet now. I'm going to ask Tagg to introduce the house to us, and we'll take a look at these photos and talk about them. So,
Okay, well, here we go. 74.9. It's 104 square feet. Thank goodness the square footage is only
720 square feet.
Yeah.
What did you say? 104?
Yeah, $104 per square feet.
Oh, per square foot. Okay. I'm sorry.
Yeah. So it says here that this is a covered porch. Okay. Road service, asphalt, road responsibility, public maintenance road. Okay. All right. Well, at least it's cinder block. So I assume that this is a second house. On the second photo here, it looks as though the yard could benefit from some fertilizer, new seed. Looks kind of sandy and dry, but great tree though. Look at this. Is this a moss
Yeah.
tree?
It has Spanish moss hanging from it. I've always loved that in trees in Florida.
Yeah. And it looks like it has like a dirt driveway. So these are the exterior pictures. Not really much to go off of. We really don't know what the backyard looks like. So let's see if we can get a street view of what's going on in the neighborhood. I mean, you know, the house next door is for sale. That could be a really good deal. But let's see what we can offer the neighborhood if we should purchase this. So we're just gonna turn it around like this. And I'm kind of wondering what the structure is back here. I know it's fenced off and you don't have any access to it, but you know, when it comes to big gatherings and stuff like that, I see a field gold here. But when it comes to big gatherings and things like that, you know, you don't want to really be that close to the action if you're not participating in it and you just want to relax at home. So I'm going to assume that this is the home back here because this looks like that Spanish moss tree.
I think
And
you're
this is
right.
just the view of the rest of the neighborhood. So it looks like you have a little elbow grease as far as you know, the closeness of your neighbors.
Elbow room.
However, or yeah, elbow room. Hello, excuse me.
I have
As
got
far
to
as
get me one of those no dumping signs.
yeah,
Haven't lived yet. Need one of those.
okay. Well, you know,
No
I
need to
always
comment it.
okay, great, because I really can't think of anything to comment on that. Okay, so as far as the noise level is concerned, I would be kind of I would see this as a red flag. I mean, my home is an oasis from the big bad world and the keyboard warriors and the happiness haters. So I want some peace and quiet, you know. But let's see what else we have here. We did a street view. Let's do more photos. Oh,
Okay.
yeah, look at that. We got
Look at that.
sunlight in the making here. Uh, you can just open it up and put a sunlight in there. But this is Florida, so I think you would want to make sure if you do go with an idea like that, skylight or something like that, it is UV protected, have some type of shade in there. But you know, with a small space like this, I would do something like that just to have more natural lighting and not be relying on electricity to brighten the room. And this kind of concerns me in the second picture with all these boards on the floor, on a concrete floor.
Not
Maybe they're
concrete
just,
floor. No, it's
it's
not a.
not.
No,
Oh, okay.
remember how it said we said there's a crawl space. So this is gonna be
Yeah.
gonna have what do you call it? Beam type flooring with wood over the top.
Yeah. I remember now. So it looks like you're going to need a new subfloor in there. You know, this is definitely a gut job, in my opinion.
Oh yeah, yeah.
Um,
You're gonna be down to the studs. You're gonna be. You probably are gonna drop the ceiling in most of the rooms. And I'd want to know the specific condition of the flooring in each room. So I'd be pulling floors up too.
yeah.
Because you don't want to be walking around and left one room that you thought was okay and one day fall in through it. Especially after you put new flooring down, thinking the subfloor was okay.
Yeah.
In the structure. So yeah. If I were
Absolutely.
to take this all on, that's what I'd be doing.
Taking it down to the studs. I think this is the first time I ever heard you say that.
I may have
Usually,
only just now used that for no, you know what? I can think of a house right now that I knew I'd be doing that with. I guess maybe I didn't say it out loud to the video, to the review. But you're right. It is definitely something you don't usually hear me say.
yeah, taking out walls and things like that. That's something I would do. It's your money, it's your sanity, and I think you should have it the way how you want it because you're living in there. You spend over, well, you spend 50% in a home that you've worked for. So I don't mind saying what I gotta say. I really don't. So this room here, it looks as though you have a pet door here in the making. So I would just go ahead and take that wall right on out. I'd take it all the way down to the studs and see what I'm working with here, because you're going to have to redo everything in this home. 720 square feet. It makes it affordable, but you're going to pick up other costs to tear it down. I'm sorry, to take it back to take it down to the studs, like a dumpster. So you're going to generate other costs than just in your budget for renovation. So just keep that in mind. And sometimes those dumpsters can get pretty expensive when you go to dump them. And so you definitely want to cut the walls and the flooring down to package size pieces. That way you can fill up your dumpster fully each time. So it'll cost you less in the long run, if that makes sense. Okay, so we're back at the street view here. Nothing has changed. We went through more photos. It doesn't look as though there is any type of kitchen photo in here to see just where the plumbing is. So I would really think about this purchase here and the idea that you have behind it of what you're wanting to create. 720 square feet, this could be just one big room designed in a way that gives you storage, open space, a kitchen, and is somewhat decent sized bathroom. So kind of like a loft type deal. So this is what we have. Let's see here on the maps. Let's get a look at the lot and see where exactly that is placed. It looks like it's just right here on the corner. Somewhat of a neighborhood. Well, it is a neighborhood. I mean, but I wonder which home is available next door. Is it this one or is it this one?
It's the only house that's truly next door. So
is it this one?
Yeah, they've got the pin in like the middle of the street. I assume it's the house that's directly behind the pin, which would mean the one to the immediate left that you said should be the next door one.
Okay.
Put your cursor over that one, or see if you can click on it, see if it tells you the address. No, we already assumed this is the one. I'm talking about the one to the left.
Yeah, there's nothing going on. I can't even get like the zoning, the property line box. So
The
yeah,
other houses
I
around it are, but that's not for some reason.
yeah, this little cove isn't either. Maybe this house is, but yeah. I would definitely check with zoning um about this. And if you're thinking of purchasing both properties and just creating a home on the lot, you definitely want to make sure that you can't do that it is zoned for that.
Oh, you know what I'm seeing here is duplexes on
That's
the.
what I'm seeing too.
That's
Well,
unexpected.
yeah, very unexpected. It didn't list it on the realtor.com info that it is a duplex. Possibly. I don't know. So for you keyboard warriors out there, we don't actually know. We only have the information that is given to us, that is given to the public too. So if you wanted to fact check, here's the address right here, and it's on realtor.com.
Yeah. And your comments, suggestions, and recommendations are welcome.
Yes. So
Safe zone.
safe zone, exactly. Your dream home might be just one project away, whether you're into fixer-uppers or growing your own gardens. This channel is your go-to for real freedom through affordable living and homesteading. And if you have a property you'd like to share, we would love to help you get the word out. Just comment in the comment section and include a link. After all, it's about people helping people. Catch you next video.
All right. Thanks for being here. We appreciate your watching our videos. Have a great day.